I think the biggest surprise to me is that leading like Jesus works.
Huh.
That's a good one.
Let's just stop there. Let's all say, leading like Jesus works. Let's say it.
Leading like Jesus works. And probably best is to give you an example of how it actually worked. I didn't know it by the name at the time, but Ken mentioned that I ran the F-22 stealth fighter program. Well, before that, I was Vice President of Engineering in Marietta, Georgia, and we were told we had to merge with our California sister and move all our engineers to California. I just finished that. My boss calls me in and says, look, I want you to go over and run the F-22 program. I said, whoa. I didn't want to do it because guess what? They were losing big time. In fact, we found out later that the Air Force was considering awarding the contract to Northrop and cutting the competition short because Lockheed could never catch up. But that wasn't the major reason. Challenges, we all tend to rise to challenges. But the program was very dictatorial. It was run out of fear. It was one where people shouted and there was copious amounts of profanity. It was just a terrible, terrible program to be involved with. And having agreed, I didn't have a choice. I was told to go, and so I went. But that meant the whole leadership philosophy had to change. So we changed leaders, we put in vision, we put in goals, we got rid of fear, brought in laughter, brought people back working together. They all of a sudden forgot status, they rolled up their sleeves, and you can imagine what happened in the end. In the end, we blew by Northrop, won it in a walk, and in the process actually founded a new organizational model that the government uses now as a standard called integrated product teams. That's based on teamwork. I had no idea at the time that I was implementing and putting in except that Jesus had taught me certain principles of loving people and caring for people. And all of a sudden I found out it worked. And God not only does it work, He blesses it abundantly.
At the height of my career, which was about just a little over a year ago, I was the president of a Japanese multinational company in the Philippines. I felt successful, having been in the leadership position. And of course, earning much. But unfortunately though, that took so much time away from family. My relationship with my wife at the time was not good, and it's just not good. I mean, we almost separated at the time. What really hit me was 2 years ago when I got involved with Lead Like Jesus. The fact that the name of Jesus is in the title, going in there, I said, this is going to be a different kind of leadership. Lead Like Jesus is all about being a servant leader, not only at work, but more importantly at home. The joy, the relationship with Jesus, and the relationship that is being built with my wife and my family, my 2 daughters. It's just incredible. It's just better. After I left the corporate world, so to speak, I decided that I should start, putting together my own company. My vision would be bring in biblical worldview. I could be more of a servant leader and help others achieve their full potential. I'd like them to see Jesus in me. I'd like them to see how I could lead like Jesus.